I'll be using Godot, or Godot, for this particular jam. And my cohort code line is over here, and he will be using Unity. So that will be interesting. Let's see. So I should probably... Ah, yes, that's the problem. Trying to figure out what in the world that was dealing right there. So there we go. Much better. So you can see when the jam ends there. And then I also have a, where is it? Split screen. And this should also, let's just center this. I will center this just to make sure that it looks nice. Center horizontally. Perfect. And I can't see things as well this way, but you get a kind of a general overview of what we're doing. We'll be switching our producer will be switching between those two. Producer is me, so you know it's just whatever's going to happen. So everybody's seen a Nuclear Throne. The levels in Nuclear Throne. Basically, hopefully everybody's seen that. If you haven't, do a Google search on Nuclear Throne, and you will come up with, let's see if I can pull it over here. You'll come up with stuff like this. You see? Nuclear Throne. Well, here we go. Nuclear Throne right here. So you have, basically you have the levels, and we're gonna try to do some Nuclear Throne kind of levels. Yeah, here you go. Here's an actual picture of Nuclear Throne looks like. Oh, we're going to Steam. Of course we're going to Steam. Why not? Okay. Anyway, there's a picture right there. Good game, very fun. This has all been inspired because Epic Games they gave away copies of Nuclear Throne, I think it was last week, for free on their Epic Game Store. So I grabbed that and started messing with it, and we found it really fun. So we thought, why not try to mess around and see what we can come up with in something like an hour. So an hour is not a lot of time to make a dungeon generation algorithm, but I know that the dungeon generation algorithm for Nuclear Throne was something to the effect of like a digger. So basically it used it's like a digger algorithm. So we are going to see what we can get done in an hour for that. Now, that means a few things. So like I said, I've already set up my... Yeah, I'm over here. I've already set up sort of my tile set. Not a whole lot of work down there. Just, I kind of added some collision. Really, I thought I might use some of these. This is in that set that I downloaded. But, let's see. Did you download a set as well?
I deleted it. I'm just gonna...
Okay, there you go. He's just gonna... O'Bryler is... Coatline is just gonna use squares. That's fine. Squares is... Actually, that's what I was just saying. I'm gonna use squares as well. You can see there's a dark and a light square right here. I think I'm just gonna use those. And I've added a collider to this light square. So all of this really was unnecessary, and all I needed was this. So all this setup was for naught, but it's fine. So what I want to do is basically start out with what should be something like... Yeah, so we've got what? 0 to 19, so that's 20 wide by about 9, is that 10? So 11. Yeah, 20 by 11 with a little bit of space left over, which is fine. So the first thing, well, I guess I should start. We're starting, right? You ready? Okay, we're gonna start. I will push the button for the starting. So here we go. We're off to the races. 59 minutes, less than an hour left. What I need to do first is I also set up this script here. I want to grab the map So oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, I should really put my screen on. Sorry. I want to grab the map, which ends up just being this map here on the ready. And I'm going to leave this here for now, just in case I need to use it. I want to use also a vector 2 for my, what do I call it? I'll call it velocity. And that's going to be a vector 2. And that's going to be vector 2.0. We'll start it at 0. Let's see, do we start it at 0? I do believe we started at 0, if I remember correctly. That's a good place to start it. And then I'm going to, we're going to go down into the function, and we'll call it, there's a physics process function. We will grab that. Physics process. And what we'll do is we will use that velocity. So we'll say velocity equals. And actually, this is not, I'm sorry, forgive me. This is not exactly correct. We need to create a new scene. We need a 2D scene. I want to call this, no, I want to switch this. I want to switch this node type to a kinematic body 2D. Now that's going to be our player. And we'll add a child node, call it disparate. And what I'll do is I'm going to grab this dungeon for the texture. I think let's use a piece of this, okay? So we'll say, I believe we can do, let's see, what is it? Oh, region. Yes, a region is what I want. I want a region. I want 32 by 32. I'm gonna go down. Come on. Whoops. Sorry. So, sprite. Oh, I know what's going on there. Sorry. There we go. Here we are. We have a region. Oh, I got that wrong. So this is 32 by 32 here. But actually, we may be able to do it this way. I'm not sure. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. 11 horizontal frames by, what do we have here? That looks like 7 vertical frames. All right. And if we said, does need to be centered, obviously. I'm not sure why it's so humongous. No, scale should be reset to 1. This needs to be offset 0. Actually, just reset all that. We don't care about that at this point, I don't think. Yeah, that should be correct. There we go. Now I'm seeing something. So we need to go all the way down to... I'm going to do... I'm going to do this little guy. So it kind of looks like a... It doesn't really matter. It just looks like this. I'm going to scale it so that he's going to be a little bit smaller so we can actually fit through where we're going. I'm going to actually scale him to about 0.6. So that's our little dude. And yeah, his position needs to be reset. There we go. Now he's in the center. And additionally, we need a collider or a collision shape. And in that collision shape, we will create a rectangle shape, of course. And there we are. It's already been sized for us, so that's great. And we'll save that as player. So there's our player, and we also need a player script. Player script, and we're going to do those the same, because what we don't no, I'm sorry, wrong. Put it. It needs to be up here. This is going to be player. There we go. That's how that works. Okay, and that actually extends kinematic body 2D. Yep. Spell it right. Spell it right. Yeah. Okay. Try this one more time. So this is this chunk right here. I misstepped there. Not sure what this is here. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, discard that. Blah. So we want to, whenever we move this guy, we're going to do it in the physics process. And I'm going to grab the velocity as well, because we'll need that too. Player. So he's got to have a velocity vector that he starts at 0. And then his velocity is going to, we're going to set his velocity equal to move and slide velocity. So that's just a nice little function that we can utilize that allows us to slide along stuff. And actually, that's I'm shortening it. That's the other thing that we need real quick. So many things that we have to do. I want a up, I want a down, left. So we're making our controller inputs, and right. So we'll just start with those, because really that's what we're going to be doing. So up will be an up key. I'm going to start from here. Right will be the right key, the right arrow key. Left will be the left arrow key, and down will be the down arrow key. Okay, so now we have some stuff mapped there. So we'll say here's where we'll get our inputs. Probably could have done a get axis instead, but well, it's fine. It's fine. Really, it's fine. We say velocity dot. Let's just say velocity equals vector 2 dot 0, and then we'll say if input dot is action just pressed. And really, we could put this in the input. It's been. I'm gonna do it this way. There's another way to do it where we can filter things out, but we're just gonna do it this way for now. If it's down, then velocity dot y equals 1. So we're just using this as elif input dot. We're just kind of using this as a digital input here. It's either on or off. And I'm gonna grab this stuff here. And it sounds like our music has. Oh, that's weird. Just go on to the next piece of music. This one be up. And if we do that, then it's gonna be -1. And I'm gonna grab all this, and we'll do the same thing for left. And right. All right. And that's not in the ready. I don't know, what am I thinking? That's going to be in process. Whoop-ow. So let's run that scene and see if this even works. If I go. Oh, of course. False. Yes, it actually... forgive me, yeah. we actually have to set that velocity because and actually we need what we really need is a speed. I'm sorry, export. Var speed. I don't remember how you do this. Int. Can I do an int? Do that. Let's just do export var speed, and we can just set it as we can make it tell it it's an int by just doing this. We'll just do like 65. And then we'll do this. Velocity. What we'll do is we'll normalize the velocity, and then we'll multiply it by the speed. Thinking quickly. Thinking quickly. Whoops, that's not the right one. I want to run the scene here and see if our player moves. It does move, but in an odd, strange, and weird way. And that's another thing we got to do is this. Oh. Again, going too quick, ladies and gentlemen. We want to check if it's pressed period, and then we'll be able to just hold the keys down. And it will work. And this is the least of our worries, by the way. There we go. So now our little guy moves. Additionally, we might add a little animation if we have time, but we don't have time right now, so let's continue. Now what we want to do is fill the level with our blocks. Actually, we want to put a player into the main scene, I guess, first. And with that, we'll just add a player quickly to the main scene. We will position him. We will put him... Oh, we'll just stick him right here for right now. Don't worry, it's all going to work out just fine. Let's also look and see if our half offset... I think I want our tile origin to be in the center, actually. That way, this guy will work like I think I want him to. Let's actually, on second thought, let's move the player off the screen here over here. And we want to deal with this map. So, we'll go back to the main here, and let's say, let's just have a function called field map, and we'll say and columns int. All right. So we'll say for you know what? For I in rows. I think that's how you do that. Say print I. Say fill map. Fill map. Rows is going to be 11. Columns will be 12. I mean 20. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay. So we need to know which of our cell, which cell is the correct one. And honestly, well, we'll just keep it this way for now. What we need is we basically need some constants to define what is a floor, and then constant what is a wall. So for now, that's what we're going to do. But we will have to go into the blocks here and remember which one it is that I have defined as which. Actually, I should be able to come in here and go down here and play. Let's name this floor, and we'll name this wall. What am I making? Well, Brian, I'm trying to sort of recreate. Basically, I'm making doing some procedural generation, trying to get it done in an hour or less, trying to make some kind of game-ish kind of thing with it, and just seeing what I can come up with in about an hour. So we're using. I'm going to dig out a dungeon using kind of like a digger algorithm. So I'm kind of working on just drawing the tile set right now. Name is wall. So now we should be able to go back to our tiles. Whoops, I want to go back here, back to the blocks, and I should, there's a wall. So wall is 13, floor is 12. Okay, easy enough. So wall is 13, floor is 12. Because of that, I want to do that. Okay, so if I want to fill the map, I want to do for, let's do this. For Y in rows, for X in columns, let's say map dot set cell X and Y. So we've got that, X and Y, and tile. For this, we want to set wall. We just want to fill the map with walls. Ooh, it worked. How about that? Pretty cool. Additionally, you know, that is an interesting deal because we have let's also create an X offset, which is an integer, and a Y. Let's do this. Let's create an offset, which is a vector 2, which equals vector 2.0. I think I can do that. I can define it as a vector 2, right? Yes. So we'll do this, offset.x. That way, if we want to offset that from the top left corner from 0, 0, we can, which I think we will want to. Plus offset.y. And that should still do the same thing that we had before. So what I want to do is let's come up with a, let's see, export. Actually, no. You know what? For now, let's just do const. Size. Let's just call it grid size equals vector 2. Vector 2. Let's say. Let's do 100 by 100. Yeah. And then we should be able to do the following. Fill the map with grid size.x, grid size.y, and then we can say grid size divided by 2. So we'll offset it negative grid size divided by 2, and that should give us a map, which we cannot see at the time right now, but that'll give us a map where the center of the map is like right here, and then there would be a map back up this way. Anyway, that should work out for us. So now what we are going to want to do is create a way to dig that out. And we should also be able to specify the tile that we want instead of actually having it here. All right, so that's going to be right here, wall. So that way we can just change it. We can use this to fill the whole map. So now let's say I'm gonna change this. Forgive me. Let's do map size. It's a vector 2. So we'll do map size dot y, map size dot x. Here we go. It's just cleaner that way. That way I can just pass this in like this. Lovely. So our function called digMap is what we now need to do. We're going to need to pass in the map size. We need to pass in the, let's just call it, let's call it, I don't know, let's just call it dig tile. That's an integer. And I think I can just go ahead and specify that equal to floor. We'll need to pass in some other things, or we may just make them, probably just make them variables up here. So, okay. I want a new script, and I want to call it digger info. So let's open that up, and that's fine. It can extend node2d. The class name is digger info. There's a class name. Like that. Or is it class name? I think it's class name. I'm trying to remember how to do this. So I think that's all we need to do. We say vector 2. What I want is a dig direction, and vector 2 position of the digger. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And that's going to need to be vars. Var, like so. That's not 0. Oh, that's my problem. Forgive me. Vector 2. Yeah. Grab that. And this. Okay. It's actually, I think it's all caps, isn't it? Like that. Okay. And then how, let's see. I believe it's func init. Yeah. So we want. Actually, we don't really want to set the. They're going to be just set at 0 at the beginning. It's going to depend on. Actually, no. It's going to depend on where we want to set his initial position. Initial position, and that's a vector 2. So that's going to be position equals initial position. Yeah. And then let's have a function called move, and that will just move the position, whatever direction the direction is. And so our direction will always be, it's always going to be either up, down, left, or right. So we're good. What game jam are you doing today? Well, I'm making trying to create basically like a top-down map, sort of like Nuclear Throne. I'm going to trying to implement just a digger to dig out the level. So if I can get a level dug out within the next, what time is it? 30 minutes, that would be amazing. It may not happen. Of course, if it doesn't, I'm making the rules. So I can have more time if I want. And actually, let's see. Coatline, how's it going? It does. I can't. It's. I don't see anything on your screen, boy. He's working on some stuff too, so we'll drop in on him every now and then. He's doing Unity. Okay, so I think we have this all set up. So if I want to set up, say I've got main here, dig map. I want to put this up here. Let's do diggers equals a new array var. And let's say diggers dot append digger info. I'm going to start them in the middle of the map, which would be here. Something else we'll need to do, I'm just going to go ahead and do this real quick. That would be, I think I'd do a static, right? Function random direction. So we want a random direction. And we're probably going to need a random, randomize. We'll need to do a randomize. Yeah. We'll do this real quick. Randomize. Actually, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it for now, for time's sake. We will say, yeah. But we want range. Returns an array within the given range. 0 to n minus 1. That's exactly what we want. Oh, and is it, can I actually create... Maybe it is. Maybe I just do that. Is there like a range? 4? Yeah, okay. And then we can, let me do this. Just do this, switch. Or no, I'm sorry, switch, match. And then we'll say 0. Return vector 2, let's say left. A 1 will return vector 2 dot, gosh, I just do this. What am I thinking? Right, oops. right. Hurry, hurry. Vector 2 dot left. And then 2. Return vector 2 dot up. And then 3. Oh, I'm doing this so wonderfully. Return vector 2 dot down. There we go. Okay. So that's how we get a random direction. So we can ask the digger, pick a direction. And so then we'll say direction equals random direction. Let's see if we can just get this thing working. Yeah, okay. I mean, I probably don't have to do this. I'm not sure, to be honest. But I do need to say... I wonder if I can just do this as a shortcut. Perhaps I could just load this digger info. I know that's really weird, but... Does that get me out of that? Suppose I put this back. Oh, look. Oh, how about this then? Digger info isn't declared in the current class. Yeah, so I guess I'm not exactly sure how. Trash that. Maybe that's my issue. Is that? Yeah, no, that's no problem anymore. Digger info dot new. Okay. That works, right? Digger info couldn't be fully loaded. Yeah, no. I removed it. I removed it from the auto load. It's all okay. It's good. It's okay. Or are you trying to tell me that I can't do that? Is that what you're telling me? There is no cyclic dependency. Pardon me while I restart Godot. I think that it is probably... Hopefully. No. Ah, okay. So how about this? Class name. Let's make it digger. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Save that. Unbelievable that this is digger. Are you gonna leave me alone now? Looks like it. Well, that was painful. Okay, so how much time do I have actually? 24 minutes. Okay, good. No, it's good. It's all good. Okay. We may not use this function. Let's go back to main. Oh, I'm sorry. We're in main. Not. We may. Yeah, we'll use this function. We have one digger. So let's do this. For digger in diggers. I'm gonna make another function real quick. Let's call it %fill. Oh, actually, no. All I have to do is this. I could say get tile map dot get used cells by ID, and I can say tile. Just dot size, right? I can just do that. And then I could just, that's much easier. Then I could just return, if I want a percentage, I could return tiles divided by map size. Let's do this. Map size X times map size dot Y. That should give me a, give me a percentage, I believe. Let's do %filled. So for every digger, we want to say map.set cell digger dot position X digger dot position dot Y. And then the tile, which we'll just go ahead and say floor since we're digging. And I believe that's all. Let's just see here real quick. All right. I think that will just set the center. Well, I have to call it first, don't I? Let's get rid of the let's get rid of this because we really, yeah, this really should be this. That way we can just get rid of these. It's too much to deal with. We don't have to worry about that because we're all in this class anyway. It's crazy to do that. But then I could say dig map. Oops. Dig tile. So dig map, basically floor. And that should dig one at 0, 0, 0. Let's do this. Let's do it. And we have to set. We also have to set a direction. Is that what it was? Pick a direction. Pick a direction. We add that so that we can change that if we ever want to. Oops. Yes. And I need to. Yeah. All right. See what this does. What? Oh, you know what? We just had that wrong. Rand I range. Yeah, just had that wrong. Oh, rand I range is not declared. So I just need to, okay. I just need a new one of these up, it looks like. So this is killing me here. Nope. And rnd.randomize and quit. And then I can say this, right? Or is there just a plain old range? No. No. So if I just do that. Random range. Okay. There was it. I thought it... All right. Oh, look, inclusive. So we'll do range 0 to 3. Okay, there we go. All right, let's... Let's start him at start him at vector 2.0 and see what. What have I got time-wise here? I can't see my screen. Oh yeah, see there it is. Okay, that is the first Let's start him right there for now. And then I have to say, yeah, that's why he's not moving. I have to tell him to move. Of course. Of course. Of course. Digger.move. And maybe let's just do this instead. Why would I do that? Just when you tell him to move, he goes in the right, he goes, he picks a direction and he moves. No, no, he moves and then he picks another direction. That's what he should do. And now we get this. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. But let's, for the sake of what we're doing here, let's go to, oh, where is it? We want to see the whole thing, so. I don't know. Huh? Oh, why is this always so hard for me to find whenever I need to find it? Because it's hidden. I folded it. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Let's run this again. It should get a larger. Yeah. Let's go even further than that. Let's go 1920 by 1080. We really want to we want to see the entire map here. So that's what we're after. And yeah, to do that, what we want to do is we want to add a camera. I think we want to add a camera. That's not this kind of camera. I want to add a camera 2D. So we've got a camera 2D. Yes. Let's see what we get here. That's not what we want. I don't think that's what we want. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, let's just zoom out. Let's just zoom this way out because it's huge. What we're looking at here is pretty huge. And oh, it's drag center. If I were to fix it on the top left, it's still going to be the same. Yeah, no, I know it's wrong. Sorry. We have to tell it that's the one we want. Boom. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Let's go back down to like 10. Let's see what our... Yeah, way less than that. Like 2, maybe? Even 1 might be it. Yeah, 1 probably be good. Let's see. Oh, look at that. How about that junk right there? Okay. No, we'll let... I'm going to pull it back down to where I had it, which is 640 by 320 by 360. 360. Not 320, 360. Yeah. So we'll tell our camera to zoom out a little bit more, maybe like a 5 or something like that. Maybe 4 would be fine, but this will be good. We just want to see what this thing's doing. So 9 minutes. Yeah, let's... oh boy. I'm going to change this. 4, 3, 2, 1. No, I'm not going to change that. Let's say variable. Let's say, how probable are you to keep your direction when you have one? And let's just set it at, let's say 30% of the time he keeps his direction. So that means if random dot rand f, yeah, okay, is less than or equal to keep direction. I'm sorry. It's greater than keep direction, then pick another direction. Let's see what that looks like now, because he should go, yeah, he should go different. Let's add something here. Let's do process function. If input dot get action, or I'm sorry, action just rest. Let's do this one. Let's say gen map, and we'll just make that function here in a second. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Okay. So then we'll go function gen map. We are running out of time here. Yeah, we are. I agree. Not going to happen. Let's see. This stuff right here. This is going to be what we do. Gen map. And then we'll put that stuff down here. And this will be fill map. All right. So then we should be able to, yeah, get and figure out oh, and we need to reinitialize the diggers. So let's do this. Initial position. So initial position equals init position, and then position equals initial position. And then we'll just have a function called it reset, so that we can reset to the initial position position. That way we can not have it fiddle all over the map. And then we would just do for d in diggers d dot reset, and that should start us from where we want to be started from every time. Yeah, so we're starting from that. We're starting from the 0, 0 position, which means we might as well put our player in the 0, 0 position as well. So then can we move him around? We can move him around. That's pretty cool, yeah? Let's additionally attach our camera. Just so we can... Actually, we attach... Yeah, we make the camera a child of the player. That's what we do. And then we get this. But let's just so we have something. Let's go down to like 3x zoom so we can see what's going on. And he's in the, you can see right there, he's in the middle of, so let's zoom in here. Run that again. You know what? I think actually the player, he does not need to be centered. He doesn't need to be centered. He needs to be offset. And this guy needs to come over here and be offset along with him. I think. Because that way, yeah. So now we have a little dude that's running around. So, additionally, we probably should make him a little bit like faster, like that, and then we'll go back to the main scene. Player 85. Let's see what we get. So we can go. Yeah. Okay. So now, real quick, we need to head back into the script, and we need a digger. We need a variable die chance. We'll call it a die chance, and we'll say that die chance is 0.0, say 5%. He has 5% to die, 5% chance to die when he moves. So we'll have it here. We could say if random, or I'm sorry, randef is less than die chance, less than or equal to die chance, is dead equals false. Is dead equals true. True. Okay. And then we'll say if is dead, return. And reset is dead equals false. He's not dead anymore. Otherwise, he will be dead. Yeah. I'm going to just put an underline here to indicate that's a private. Okay, so we could make this a property. I'm not going to make this a property right now. I'm just going to check it. So for D and Diggers, where are we? Right here. Let's say if digger is dead, if not digger is dead, which should still work, and we are done. Okay, Mr. Coatline, do you have anything to show?
No.
You have nothing to show.
Script that doesn't work.
Except for a script that doesn't work. Well, let's see it. Where's the script that doesn't work? A monumental task, ladies and gentlemen. We've attempted it and failed somewhat. All right. Well, you started.
Oh, I can't. I don't figure.
He couldn't figure it out, he says. Well, it's still good practice. Continue, please, continue. We are... Oh, and look at that. I had that turned off. I'm sorry. My timer text was turned off the whole time. That's not the right timer text. Is it? Anyway, it's over. Time's up. See? Time's up. No, that was the right timer text. Yeah, it's... We finished, but you saw that the die percentage for... I have it like 5%. It probably needs to be something like 0.05% so that the digger lasts longer. And you can see that. That's weird. It's like the first time. No, that... That's why I think that's why you need to have multiple different diggers. So the idea would be for the digger to... Let's think about this. Because we've got... we got a few more minutes. We can mess around with this. So... Let's see. What we want to do is get rid of the diggers when they die. So we don't want a 100. We just want them to go away when they die. So what we'll want to do is change this iteration to something like the following. For I in, so we want range diggers dot size. And then we want to go, actually size -1 to, we want to go I believe that's how that works. Let's look up range and make sure I got that right. Range. Yeah, see. No. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Close that. Range. Yeah. I think that's correct. And then we say oh, let's check and see where the digger, where does he die when he moves? Okay. So if this would be something like diggers of I dot move. Since we're having to redo this, diggers of I, this will be out here, and then we don't need that. Oh, sounds like Coatline's getting something. I see it. I can see it. Looks like he's generating. Well done. Okay, so now we'll check and see if diggers of I dot is dead. If it is, then we'll say diggers dot remove I, and then that should, yeah. Of course, that means that we don't have any diggers to reset. That's okay. That's okay. That means we just get rid of all this stuff. We can just renew our diggers. That's really not really needed. Not really needed all that much, you know? We don't need that initial position and all that stuff. We'll just set the position and we'll just set them from outside. So we'll just do this. Position is the initial position. So they won't be able to be reset. And that is, as I said, 100% okay. So we'll do this. We'll append those here. Let's make sure that works. Oh, sorry. Yes, I don't need to do that. All I need to do is append my diggers. Oh, how weird, how odd, how crazy, how strange. Look at that. Oh, that's so weird, brother. So weird. Let's do this. Are those actually getting deleted? I could be fooling myself here. Are my diggers getting deleted? No, they're not. They're not getting deleted. Wait a minute now. What did that? Are they... Oh, they should be dying. If digger is dead, let's say print died. Let's see if it actually dies. It did not die. Oh, right. I need. So as long as there are diggers alive, dig. Aha! Look at that. Okay, so we're good. It's removing the diggers correctly now. Beautiful. Okay. Additionally now, what let's do here is... We're making some progress, you know. I mean, I think we're making some progress. So this is percentage chance to keep current direction. Direction. So we do. Let's do a pick direction here just so we... No, we don't need it. We don't need it because all diggers start out at their position. We dig there, and then we say move. So... Yeah. I believe that's correct. What I want to do is add a couple of other things here, which would be keep direction, which is a float, which we'll say is 30% chance, and then also die chance, which is a float, which is equal to 0.005. Yeah. Well, wait. Let's continue direction. So we will say keep direction equals continue direction. And I'm gonna do this just so that we know that those are not actually going to be set anywhere. And Let's call it chance to die. So percent. Or die chance. Die chance equals chance to die. Okay, so if we change the continue direction to, and maybe what we should do is we should say, oh boy. Oh man. What I'm thinking is, if we don't want to keep the direction, we don't want to go in that direction, in that same direction anymore. So, gosh, I don't want to do this. I mean, I'd rather implement like a Fisher-Yates shuffle. It's just an algorithm that you can shuffle an array using a Fisher. It's called Fisher-Yates algorithm. That's a Fisher-Yates algorithm. That would probably be what we'd want to do here. We could do a while. I just don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. How about, oh goodness. I mean, we could come in here and say var new direction equals direction, and while new direction equals direction, then just keep picking a direction until you get a direction that's not that direction. So we can add some more intelligence into these little fellas. Because there's another thing that they're obviously doing. They're picking... Move. Yeah, I'm thinking we should pass the tile map. I think we should let the digger actually dig itself. So we can say map I want this to be a tile map. So I could say dig tile, int equals 0. Then I could say map.set tile. Is that what it is? Let me just grab this. That cell. That cell. Set cell. Position.x, position.y. Big tile. We don't need 2 of those. Okay. So now instead of doing this, we say diggers of I dot dig, and then you move. This should be the same. Oh yeah. Gotta give it a map, and I need to give it the. I even forgot. Dig tile. Wall. Is that right? Yeah, empty tile. Yeah. Okay. Wall, and this will be floor. Okay, so now it's varying quite a bit here. All right, so there's all sorts of really cool stuff we can do with this. We go back in here, and really, this is a digger and not a digger info, but whatever. We can have another function called check tiles. Oh boy, there's so much we can do. What would I say? We want to check and see if we'll just call this adjacent. I'll just do this. Adjacent all empty. Map, tile map. So we'll return map.get. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Tile map. I want get cell. I just want to get cell. So map.getCell. Man, I wish they had a. I'm gonna make one function, and this may be weird, but I'll show you what's going on here. Tile map, and then cell position, and I'm gonna make this a vector 2. This will make it easier to do this. Return map.getCell. Cell position.x, cell position.y, like so. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so now I want to say Return. Get cell. Map. Position plus vector2 dot up. So I want to check up. Let's see if can I do this equals down equals left equals right. Ah, that's the problem there. What's wrong with those? What's going on with that? What's going on with you? You got anything? What have you got? What have you got? What have you got? Looks like he's got something. Please, do show. Is it moving? Is he moving around? Can you move it?
Yeah. And it's
Ooh. What we did? Yeah, but try to move through it. Yeah. Can you touch the walls?
Yeah.
So try to go through the walls. Show me. Ooh, he can't go through the walls. Very cool. Very cool. All right, give me another couple of minutes to wrap this up, and then we'll finish this thing, and we'll be done. Well, let me see if this works. So what I want to do equals tile ID. So basically, all adjacent. I'm going to say is all adjacent. And notice I'm only doing up, down, left, and right. So really what I just want to know if... I'm going to just print this. Print. I want to see if it works. Is all adjacent map. And that tile ID will be floor, which is 12 for now. I'm just going to set that in there. So we should get a true, I would think it's somewhere. All right. It's not converting that. Oh, of course. So I just need to do this. Isn't there a way to make these multi-line GD script? Multi-line. I know there is. I just don't remember. How do I split an if statement over several lines? Okay. So I should be able to do this and slash get cell equals file ID and slash okay, tell me that works. It does work. So do we not have over for printless text? There's one, true. Okay. Okay. So that seems to work. So I'm not going to print that. But what Gosh, there's several things that we can do here. Golly, there's just so much stuff. This is just a rich bed of growth and just wonderfulness. What I'm doing here, I wanted to check and see is all adjacent a particular tile ID, which would be the empty tile. So I think what would be probably good would be to var die if all floor. Does that make sense? Hopefully. True. So in other words, if one of these diggers opens up into a large place and it's all empty, he should die. And once you dig right here. If die, if all floor, and is all adjacent. Map, empty tile. Then is dead equals true. So that would change, probably change into having a lot less larger like caverns and things. So you're probably not going to see a lot of large and then I think another variable would be var can backtrack. We'll say for now true. So what oh boy, there's just something like a const all directions equals vector2 dot up, vector2 dot down, vector2 dot left, vector2 dot right, like that. You know what? Maybe it's not a constant. No, I can do a constant. I know I want a constant there. I want to say that there's a way to do that that is better than that. Yeah. Really what we want to do. Okay. Yes. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. So we got on all directions, we've got left, right, which is crazy, but we're going to do it. More than one way to skin a cat, I'll say that. Const up, down. Okay. So we've got these. Come on, brother. This is much better anyway. Okay. So this we don't need. We can do the following. We have a vector. We have where's our direction? Our original direction. direction? Okay, we have no, okay, it's no direction. Okay, direction equals all directions. Oh, is it? What was it? This is what I want right here. 0 to 3. And that's all we need to do to pick any direction. But say if can backtrack or direction equals vector 2 2.0. If we can backtrack or it's, where is it, direction? Yeah, there's 2.0. So if we haven't picked a direction yet, then do this. Okay, else if dir dot x equals 0, in other words, we're going up or down, then our new direction is going to be equal to right, left, right. And we probably should do this like so. Turn it. Yeah. And then we would say else. That's just going to be the up down. So if we're going left or right, that means we're going to have to go up or down because we can't backtrack. And that direction dot x is 0, then we know that we're not going left or right, so we have to go left or right. So let's first run it like this and see what kind of mess ups we got here. Where is that? No, that's fine. Direction. Oh. Yeah, we don't need to do this anymore. We don't need to do that because we're internal here. Random direction. So see, that seems to be okay. That junk seems to be working. Okay, so let's see what happens if we tell it you cannot backtrack. It should be a lot longer. Yeah. And then diaphall floor, let's do false on that and see what happens. Yeah, see, you get more of a windy kind of thing going on. Let's do true, cannot backtrack, diaphall floor, and let's add another digger in there and see what happens. We get 2 in there. And was I doing I'm going to add a randomize here, and See, there's a rand range. I think I'd rather do that than have an actual random here. I'd rather control that from the outside. So this is going to make, yeah. So rand f, I think, would be fine. Rand f. And then here we go. Rand range. Almost done. Almost done. Almost done. Rand range. Float from between, from, into. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do this. Okay. No problem. No problem. So instead of this, where did that other one go? This is it. That's going to be easy. That's nice. That's nicer. And then we'll just modulus that by the size, and that'll give us exactly what we want. We don't want that in there. Yes. So I'm going to do that here. And we're going to have to make sure we remember to do this. Yeah. So now our randomize occurs on the outside, and we should get something interesting. Now additionally, we could set an initial direction. Seeing as how we are, make sure I'm telling you right, digger and then move. So digger, move, where's that, move, move, position plus equals direction. Yeah, actually we're not picking a direction right there. So let's, when we create one, let's go ahead and pick let's pick a random direction. That should make these guys branch out a little bit more, I think. Kind of. We could set it. Maybe we should set it like initial direction. Vector 2 equals vector 2 dot 0. So if initial direction, let's do this. If initial direction equals vector 2 dot 0, and I know I'm being crazy there. Okay, like that. Whoops. No. Random direction. So if we don't put one in, we select a random direction. So this will be it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be it. So we have a new digger, vector 2.0, 0.3.005, okay, 0.3.005, and then we could say vector 2, let's make this one go up, and we'll make the other one go down. What? Stop it! Up. What in the world? And we'll say down. We'll see what happens. See if, down. Why is it doing that? Anger, frustration. Didn't we tell it can't backtrack? I thought we told it couldn't backtrack. Digger info, can backtrack, false. Initial direction equals, if it's vector 2, 0. Oh, yeah, random direction. Otherwise, sorry, else, that's the problem. Else, direction equals initial direction. Pow. And now we should get something that goes down, something that goes up. Yeah, and we should be able to change that. Make like Hey, listen, if you're going in the same direction, 50% of the time, you keep going. Wow, that was weird. So if the initial direction, then pick a random one, else the direction is equal to the initial direction, which is what we said. So dig, and then move. Position is, and then pick a direction. If random is greater than no, less than or equal to. Yeah, less than or equal to keep direction. Not that that matters here, but you see how much straighter things are this way. How much more straight. So if we took, it's too much fun, people. Too much fun. Let's add 4 diggers and make them go left, right, and go. Oh, wait. Let's increase their 80% of the time they're going to keep going. We should get some kind of star pattern of some sort. Yeah, we may need to check this because it should be like, how about this? We should see. Whoa, so weird, man. So weird. That should totally do it. Random direction. If is less than or equal to keep direction, then the new direction equals oh, I'm sorry. That's greater. Greater than keep direction. Yeah. Now, that's what I'm talking about. That's right. Okay. Got it. So if we do this, that makes sense. So we've got more of a spread out kind of thing going on. So you see how you can kind of control this stuff. Control. Sorry, I'm getting... Don't need this. That's elif. So I think it's get tree. Quit. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to quit. Okay. So if we said 50% of the time we're going to go in the same direction, then we're still kind of getting more of a deal, right? So pretty neat how you can basically take these things and change them around and make it such that things are completely different depending on how it works. If we do something like this, and let's say this digger has like a 3% chance to die. So we have one that, yeah, and again, we haven't, the can backtrack is false right now. Actually, the die fall on floor is. So let's see, if we did that, we may get something different. Yeah, see, it's a lot different. A lot different. So anyway, we'll leave it at that, and we may come back and later and mess around with this stuff because it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And then we can run around in our little maze and attempt to do stuff. All right, what else have you got over there, Codeline? Have you got anything pretty interesting that we can take a look at? Cool. So you got bullets and stuff started. Neat. All right. Well, I think that's where we'll leave it for now. Good stuff. I think we got some interesting stuff going. So with that, we'll see you guys, and thanks for being on the stream with us. And until next time.